Okay, we're on to the medium heavyweight final here. Maggie Grindatti in the white gi representing Fight Sports. Magdalena Loska, blue gi, Brazil, Poland.
Very nice matchup here. Two very physical athletes. Both Maggie and Magdalena, great top players, great guard passers. Maggie seeming to be looking for a shot here, a bit of a double leg, but without the drop in elevation, wasn't able to get the right grip, and Magdalena pulls into a beautiful high close guard, breaking the posture immediately.
We're going for a quick look at a loop choke, it looked like. Transfers to omoplata. But Maggie...
A bit too shallow, right? Maggie has some good pressure here. The omoplata wasn't quite deep enough to get where she needed to be. Allows Maggie to drop into this really heavy half guard. It's a very good position for her, especially with her style.
A lot of action early in the first minute of this matchup here. Magdalena open with a flurry of attacks there, but Maggie now settling into a rhythm here. Happy to put some pressure on top, looking to free her arm. But Magdalena's not letting go without a fight.
Yeah, it's a bit of a game of patience. I can imagine, you know, in Magdalena's position, maybe hoping that Maggie will get a little bit frustrated and open up and attempt to free her arm, giving Magdalena the space to kind of regain her guard, maybe go back to the omoplata attack, make some space. So a bit of a game of patience here. Maggie really trying to free that arm out to be able to pass.
The arm is out now. Time to address the half guard here.
Magdalena with a really interesting attack here from the half guard, reaching through with her hand to the opposite armpit. Potentially is able to come up and look for the back here. We've seen this before, but that's a lot of pressure to relieve from the hips of Maggie Grindatti, so it's a tall order.
The legs are briefly open here of Magdalena. It might be a chance to step out.
About 3 minutes elapsed here. Maggie leading by a narrow one advantage lead. Magdalena seeming to try a couple different options. She tried to go to the armpit and maybe escape her hips out. Now she's trying to kind of curl her head underneath, potentially go to an inversion. Grindatti being pretty patient here, keeping her hips low. Grindatti also has a really good control with her left arm right now. She has a left hand on the back of the pants and her left elbow dropped down to the floor. So really neutralizes the lower body of Magdalena, not allowing her to go underneath the way she's trying to inch to do so.
Six minutes left on the clock here. Magdalena looking a little frustrated now at this point in the match. Maggie seemingly to be in a slightly better position to make things go her way once the break happens. There it is. Extracts her leg. Spins around to the back.
Magdalena with a nice guard recovery though here. Not into quite the guard recovery I'm sure she hoped for, but a little bit of a stronger half guard, although now Maggie has a nice crossface with the left hand and has earned another advantage. So 2 advantage lead for Maggie Grindatti. Now starting to bring her right knee to the mount, potentially hoping to go into the mounted position. Now she has secured the underhook with her right side, passed her head across to the other side. It's a really good way to keep both shoulders pinned to the mat using the underhook and the head. From this position, Maggie can either choose to go to the mount or she can knee cut across to her left side since she has the underhook with the right arm and go into a nice side control.
Looking to acquire double unders. Tough to see from this camera angle, but she does have a shallow double under here going now. Switching perhaps to the knee cut. Basing out there with her left leg is Maggie Grindatti. Maybe changing angles here. Happy to be cooking Magdalena on bottom as she works towards achieving the pass here. Magdalena's head is very isolated at this point between the crossface and the head on the floor of Maggie Grindatti, which really makes reacting to anything Grindatti does on top very difficult.
Yeah, such a strong position for Grindatti to be in with the double underhooks and the head on the ground. Because really when we're passing this kind of half guard or quarter guard, the goal is to keep both of our opponent's shoulders on the mat so they can't turn on one side or the other to start to get any traction or a big movement, right? So if you're able to isolate the upper body that way, then it's really only a matter of time before you're able to free your foot and either get into a nice mounted position or, of course, a side control. Secure your 3 points and then start to advance from there. And we see, you know, Maggie knows that she can go to the left side to go to the knee cut, but Magdalena doing her best to keep her knees pointed to the left so that Maggie cannot switch her hips to the other side for the knee cut. It is definitely a precarious position, though, for Magdalena because any big movements here and she will have to release Maggie's foot, which is what we see as Grindatti slides into the mounted position. Very secure here with less than 3 minutes on the clock. She will have a 7-point lead in the finals of the medium heavy division. Big bridge here for Magdalena, and she's successful in coming on top with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, probably looking to score real fast here and kind of get things going. She's been stuck for a long time. Now she's ready to go.
Maggie, though, riding a comfortable lead here and landing in closed guard. This is about as good of a position you can ask for besides the mount.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Maggie very comfortable here. Strong closed guard. Good lead. Magdalena did not have to expend too much energy, though, so she is definitely going to be looking to see what she can do in the last 2.5 minutes. She wants that sleeve grip, and she's ready to go. Maggie with a really good control of the closed guard, not opening up, following up Magdalena as she stands, adjusting her grips a little bit. May opt to pop up her feet since she is comfortable in the takedown. She likes being on her feet more than she likes playing guard typically. But not this time. Is trying to yank her back down and stay in control here in the closed guard.
Impressive ability of Maggie Grindatti to maintain this closed guard here. Magdalena, strong base, but unable to get anything going. Can't open the guard. And Maggie drags her back down to the floor as we approach the 1 minute mark of this match here.
I'm impressed with Grindatti's guard. I think we've seen a big improvement in her bottom game. She's really doing a great job controlling the posture of Magdalena. A lot of times we would see her pop up to her feet from that position, but really excited to see her game evolve in this position and just have a great control over a great guard passer like Magdalena.
Maggie thinking about perhaps a cross collar choke here. Goes behind the shoulder. Climbs the guard, breaking down the posture. 30 seconds left now in this matchup here.
Maggie with a good control on the left-hand side of the ankle. But Magdalena actually steps on her bicep in order to clear that tie and stand up.
Yeah, that doesn't feel great, but it's going to not do enough. Magdalena down with 10 seconds left on the clock. That's going to be all she wrote here as Maggie Grindatti will capture the European title.
I believe this is Grindatti's first major title at the black belt level, so very emotional win here, 7-0.
Arena 2022 European champion, Grindatti, representing Fight Sport.
Very happy Maggie Grindatti exits the mats here.